Hello aspirants, welcome to Map series with Laexcellence. In today's session, we're going to discuss different news international locations that are important for our prelims examination. First, we'll be talking about New Zealand, France, Sudan, Tuvalu, Armenia, Azerbaijan and Mount Kaulochesko. Now, these are being present in the latest current affairs where there is a possibility of asking prelims questions. We all know these locations have been asked in the questions where conflict locations or border nations. Now, this has been a focus of the UPSC. Now, in this session, we're going to discuss the first one. We have New Zealand. So, this New Zealand is in news because recently India and New Zealand has been made an MOU regarding the defense. Now this, when we see the New Zealand location that is being present, now New Zealand is present near to the Australia where it's been surrounded by the ocean. On the eastern side, we have the Pacific Ocean has been present and on the western side, we have the Tasmanian Sea has been there. And this New Zealand, if we see, important physical features that are being there. Now one physical features we have is the Mount Crook that has been present, which belongs to the Southern Alps. Then we have northern island of volcanic plateau. So we have the northern region of the New Zealand where we find active volcanic because this is also a part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. Then we also have an extensive coastline and we also have large exclusive economic zone is being present. Second location we have here is France. Now this location has been used because in the southern France, in this region where we have the Central Massif and the Pyrenees that have been there, this southern France has been experienced wildfires. Now we all know with the large amount of increase of climate change, large amount of temperature that's been there, wildfires frequency has been increased. Now if you see France, which countries have been bordering the France? Now France has been bordered by the Mediterranean Sea, water bodies. If you see first we'll have Mediterranean Sea, then we have the Atlantic Ocean. If you see smaller water bodies, we have the English Channel on the western side and we have Bay of Biscay in the southern side. Now when you see the land borders that have been there, now here when we see the France has been bordered by the Belgium, then we have the Germany, then Switzerland has been there, Italy has been there, and here we have the Spain has been present. So these are the border nations of the France. Now if you see in the previous Map series also, we have discussed about the Seine River that has been present. So please go through these locations in the map. Then this France has an important features. We have northern plains have been present. We have Central Massif, Alp Mountain, majorly one important mountain peak we have here is the Mount Blanc that has been present. And we have many different important rivers that have been flowing in the France. One is Rhone River, and we have the Seine River. Now these are the important physical features that are being present in the France. Then next, we'll go to the next location in the news we have is Sudan. Now, why Sudan is in the news? Now, recently, WHO has been stated that in the camps of Sudan, like Zamzam camp and Abu camp, now these have been showing the worst humanitarian crisis have been there. Now, below human level stability or below human level environment is being present in these areas. Now, when we see Sudan, where it is being present, it is a part of African country where we find it is being surrounded by a Red Sea. Now, Red Sea, important, one of the frequently asked. What are the countries that have been bordering the Red Sea? So do revise these topics. Then Sudan has been bordered by Egypt. Then we have part of Libya. Chad has been present. Then we have the Central African Republic. Then we have South Sudan, Ethiopia, Eritrea. Now these are the countries that are actually bordering the Sudan. Now when you see important physical features that are being present, then in this first one we have large amount of Nile River plains are being there. Then we also have Northern Saharan Desert has been present, and one important mountain range present in this Sudan is the Nuba mountain range. Now after this, when we see the next location that has been present, we have is the Tuvalu Islands. Now why this location is being used or why this is an important for our prelims? Now recently, due to the climate change, large amount of sea surface rise has been occurring. Now many islands are getting submerged. Now due to this point, in 2023, the Tuvalu Islands and Australia had made an MOU stating that every year 280 citizens of Tuvalu will be given a citizenship in the Australia where people are getting migrated. Permanent citizenship is being present so that in future future, if this Tuvalu Island is being submerged due to increase of this sea level, now the citizens and the people are being protected. Now when you see where is this Tuvalu Island is being present, now this is present in the Pacific Ocean, very near to the Australia, the eastern side of the Australia, where we have the Solomon Islands, Vanuatu. Now this has also been in the news recently. Then when we see what is the important features that have been there, now these Tuvalu Islands are basically made up of corals. That too, we have 9 coral atolls and relief islands are been there, and highest elevation is around 5 meters, so it's very less, and it is very coral in nature, so we don't find any forest or rivers have been there, and it's very vulnerable to the sea level rise. Next, when we see location in news, we have is the Armenia. Now recently in the current affairs, we will be seeing that both Armenia and Azerbaijan has come up with an agreement, peace agreement. Now what is this issue? Why it has been in news? Now we have one location in here, we have Nagorno region, where this Nagorno region, if you can see, here it has been a part of the Azerbaijan. But here the people who have been there, who have been willing to with the sovereignty of the Armenia, but there's continuous conflict has been present between the Azerbaijan and Armenia regarding the sovereignty of this land that has been there. And recently in the news past 1 year, Azerbaijan has stated that majority of this region has been under their control. Now with the help of the US, there has been a peace agreement regarding both the nations, where Armenia and Azerbaijan has come to peace agreements. Now when you see what is this Armenia, where it has been present, what are the border nations that have been there. Now Armenia is being bordered by Azerbaijan here. Then we have Georgia in the north, Turkey is being present. And a little part of Iran has been bordering the Armenia. And this Armenia is having different mountainous terrain is being there. We have the volcanic ridges have been present, intermontane basin has been present in this location. Then next, we'll also see where or how is this Azerbaijan has been there. Now, recently, we have large amount of tourist attraction, tourist places also are being present with this Azerbaijan region. Now, when they see the Azerbaijan, one important is that Caspian Sea. It is bordering the Caspian Sea. Again, do revise what are the nations that have been bordering the Caspian Sea. So we have Azerbaijan on the northeastern side, we have the Caspian Sea. In the northern side, we have Russia, Georgia on the eastern side. We have Armenia. Then in the southern side, we have the Iran has been present. And the important physical features that have been there, one important mountain that is being present here is the Caucasus mountain. And we have the Kura Aras lowland has been present. So these two are the important physical features that are being present in the Azerbaijan region. Then lastly, for this session, we have is the Mount Kyryakov region. Now, recently, we find in the news, we know that there is an Kamchatka earthquake has been occurred. There's a tsunami that has been occurred in the few of the coastal regions of the Pacific Ocean. Now, due to this Kamchatka earthquake, there is a volcanic eruption that has been taken place. Now, this mountain has been located in the Kamchatka Peninsula in the Russia. Now, you can see the map. So, this is where we find the Kamchatka Peninsula has been present. Now, in this peninsula is what we are having this mountain, volcanic mountain is being present. And also remember, this mountain is a type of stratovolcano has been there. So, just again revise the different types of volcanic mountains that are being present. Now, this is one of the highest volcanic mountain in the Eurasia region. And it's a part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. Now, these are the important current affairs that are being present in the first 10 days of August. Now, I'll also show you the practice questions. So, do comment the answers for these questions. Now, we have with reference to New Zealand, consider the following statement. First statement, it lies entirely in the southern hemisphere. The Southern Alps are located on its south island. It shares a land border with Australia. So, the options 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 only, 1, 2, 3. So, please comment the answer in the comment section. And the next question, Mount Kyryakov is often in news, is located in Japan, Russia, Alaska, USA, Iceland. This is very easy. The Russia is the answer. So this is the end of the session. We'll again meet with another Map It series. Thank you.